G'day mate and welcome back to Factorio with me, JD, and I've laid in some train stations, like a lot of train stations. Like, not only is running the train stations a nightmare, but actually running the belts is a whole entirely separate nightmare. So all the train stations are laid in, missing lots of belt. It says 500, but it's lying to me. It's lying to me a lot. Because we're missing a heap of those. And hang on. Let's go dump these in a box. I'm going to dump half of those in a box because we're missing those as well. What else are we missing? Belts. Millions upon millions upon millions of belts. The poor base is going flat out trying to make as many belts as it possibly can. Along with undergrounds, put all that back. Along with undergrounds and splitters and all that sort of stuff to restock our trains. In fact, if we go to our gear turn-off, nothing gets past the first turn-off that goes into the workshop. Mainly because we're trying to make a whole bunch of undergrounds to shove into... where are they? These buffer boxes. So the first thing I'm actually going to do is I'm going to copy a splitter. You'll do. And put that in there. So we're no longer going to prioritize going down either of these two. So at least some gears make it along the main bus to continue with science. Because science is probably dead. Green. Yep. And red. Completely dead. Science is turned off because we just got no gears. So I need to get some gears back on the bus to hopefully continue science ticking along. In fact, if I could find a splitter that was actually, if I could find a splitter that was set to go left, like one I just put down, and where are gears? Paste that in instead. We'll do that. Because really, I want science to continue at this point. I'd love some gears. I really, really would. But I really need science running full speed right this second. And the fact that we go from blue belt down to red belt means that this side should get enough that we can still make blue belt. Because blue belt is something we actually need down here. Yeah, a lot of blue belt. So I'm going to dump that off for the robots. And let them get back to work. In the meantime, I need to do some smarts with some train stations. Providing I actually have all the materials on me. So, because we're using Lord Couture's Train Supply Manager, I need to hook up each one of these with just a tiny bit of smarts to make sure they work properly. So we're going to have this one request in oil, which we haven't set up for. And red wire from there into there. Stop flashing at me, you're really annoying. I need to, because I cannot remember for the life of me how to set these things up, copy that one, paste it down here. So if that's green is greater than 0, so we need to, that didn't help actually. This is the problem with smarts. I can do them once, and then I forget exactly how to do them. So we want, if oil is less than, we got 1 tank. So we're going to have to say, oh, why I can't reach? Of course it can't. Less than 24,000. Because we've only got 1 tank we can read off, because this is the tank that everything goes through. In theory, we could probably work out some way to sort of read from this one and this one combined, because obviously everything that's in here is going to flow in there. But for the moment, to make it as idiot-proof as possible, we're going to put in just one single one, and it means oil, which will change from Thomas A to be... oil drop off. Cool. And that'll be an outstanding request until I actually hook up a train to it. because I haven't actually got any oil outposts at all. Now I need to set up stackers. Stackers is something that we probably going to get to in this episode, probably. Speaking of stackers, no, it should be fine. So I need to go through and configure all the train stations, which should be fairly easy. I need to configure one coal, one copper, one iron, and then copy and paste. Lots of copy and paste. Also, funnily enough, like this is our last copper one, and although I did the maths here and here, which says I need 40 and I need 60, yeah, it didn't make sense. 40 definitely worked out. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 euro copper. Let's put that there so you got your marker. So I've got 5 iron outposts, iron trains, and 5 multiplied by 8 lanes is 40 lanes. For copper, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 as well. 8 times 8 is 64, but I've only got, but I use 62 lanes. So I made a mistake somewhere, is the only thing I can work out. So that one's in, that one's in. We're gonna copy from there, put that there, and put that there. Make a couple of lights. We're going to have you say, look for... Oh, okay, which tab it is. Iron, is this iron? Yeah, there's iron. And you're going to look for copper. Now, a full train is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16,000. So 16,000 total in the train, and I need to make sure I can unload that into these boxes. These boxes hold a lot. Let's just go to here. Nope. Bring that up. Oh, that won't work. Bring that up so I have a calculator. So we've got clear all 2.4 multiplied by how many boxes? 48 boxes. Equals. That's a lot of ore. Minus 2, 4, 6, 8. So minus 16,000. Oh. Okay. 2.4 thousand multiplied by 48 boxes equals minus 16 for thousands equals 99. So I'm going to set this to be like 90. 90 should be plenty. And of course you need power. If I slide you down one tile, do you suddenly get power? No. 1, 2. Okay, no, you've got to be up there. Because these little lights have to be within 2 tiles of the actual train station to work. But what we can do is we can hook up wires to these guys. Paste them from one to the other so I get free wires, because free wires are always awesome. Make a couple more wires. There to there. There to there. Come on. This is one of the reasons I never automate wire, because generally you can just get free wire. That box to that substation to that substation into there. Actually, you're going to piss me off. Let's... No. There we go. Okay. There to there to there. So, you obviously have less than 90k, so you're outputting a green signal. Green signal is greater than 1. It enables the train station. The train station is called Iron Drop. I'll have to name these separately, I think. Not sure, actually. But now we've done the smarts for 1. We should be able to literally copy and paste. That'll hook up all our wires. Copy from you to you. And paste that in there and change that over to copper. And change this one to what do I call the other one? Iron drop one. Iron drop one. We're going to call you copper drop one. Okay. And if I open this, I should have. You're not actively requesting trains. Why for not? Oh, because these aren't set. There we go. Set you to do iron and set you to do copper. So it's not quite an exact copy and paste. You do have to set a few settings. But on top of that, I'm going to need some stackers. So we're going to do a train signal there, and I want a train signal halfway along the train. To let the new train coming in to path in as soon as possible. Then I need to leave room for a stacker. So stackers, in case you haven't encountered them before, literally there's somewhere to put trains off the main line. It's basically their sole function. So I'm going to copy there to there, include the train. Yup. I need a chain signal. And a chain signal. I don't need the other crap. I actually don't even need the train on there. I just need to know how long the train is. And with the blueprint tool, that's really easy now. Get rid of that. Get rid of all of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of all that crap. Get rid of all these trains. I never thought it'd be so hard to delete a ghost train blueprint. Okay, I don't need that. I don't need that. Okay, so we got a chain signal going in. Chain signal going in? Yes. I need a full signal at this end to say, hey, it's full. And I'm actually going to give myself just a few extra tiles. No particular reason. We want a full signal at this end. And then I want to get rid of those substations. Copy that. No, copy from there to there. Because once you've got one, you should be able to just blueprint down all the other ones you need. That can all go. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. This end's done. In here, I need a single chain signal. So this one will look ahead at all these signals. And its job is to make sure that when a train comes in, it doesn't just stop hard at this solid signal. It'll actually repath down, come back here, train, into this track, or this track, or this track, whichever one's unoccupied. And it's only when I fill up all of them, it'll actually go to a red signal. So as long as there's one path, it can then pick which station it wants to come into. Now I need to hook this up to a main line, because until I do that, I'm not going to get any trains on there, because I do actually want to get some trains into some of these stations this episode. Okay, from there to there. Come on. Yep, and I'm not worried about signaling, because we'll put it this way, these are going to be seldom used trains. In fact, the trains that come in are currently only built to half this size. So they're only a... What are we using? 1/4s? Yeah, 1/4s. So it's only going to unload 2 wagons. But that's fine. We're going to cut that eye and put it there. And for output, you know what? I think we're just going to take this straight through and out to the main line. Don't really mind where this goes at the moment. Just need to get it hooked up somewhere. The main reason is I've hooked up all these different things, and I think my belts are laid correctly. I think, but I'm not sure. One more tile, and there goes A train. We'll just put a signal here, so we break up the blocks just a little bit. Yeah, I think my signaling's my belt laying is fine. I think I haven't missed anything, but I honestly don't know. So we can already see on the minimap that our very first iron train has been pulled from somewhere at the main base. I don't really care where, and has been asked to come down here to unload. And if I just clear out this, train will come in, and it's going to unload the 2 wagons. Now, the way the mod works is it automatically sets the trains to empty cargo or 5 seconds of inactivity. So there's artillery shells. Well, that's going to cause hassles. We're going to get rid of those. I don't think I can smelt artillery shells. We'll try. But, yeah, that's going to cause a problem. Bright news, they can't get stuck in the machines at least. Yeah, I'm going to have to go clean that up. Small oversight, because I forgot that some of our machines had artillery. Some of our trains had artillery attached to them. Yeah. It might prove to be a good reason why you should use filter inserters. Okay. Our copper can go here. We're going to run that through to there. I need a signal ahead of the station. One here somewhere. Link that in. Pick up this train. Now in the case of the copper station, at least, thank gosh, there's no artillery hooked up to that one, but this should be a copy and a paste. And then because I'm lazy and because this is still temporary as far as I'm concerned, that can be a feed in. So after I plug in these last little bit of train track, in theory we should get a train on its way. If I go to here, that one, train on its way 2. I have 2 trains. I didn't know I had 2 lots of copper. I have that copper. Oh, and I've got this copper. I forgot about that copper. Because this one was getting a little bit too slow. Oh, it is all red belt. Yeah, maybe I should upgrade this. It's all inside robot range. I could just rip up the whole rows and put in speed modules. Maybe we'll do that. So we've got 1 train there, 1 train hurtling along the bottom of the map. No, they definitely don't have artillery. And yeah, same story. It can only unload the last 2 wagons. So it's going to be sort of a blight on our system till I fix it. And the reason I put in a signal halfway through is exactly this. It means when that first train in a normal scenario that's, 3 locos and 8 wagons long starts to move forward, as soon as its tail clears here, the next train can start rolling in. So that's some copper running, which means our copper smelters will start producing. Artillery shell, artillery shell, artillery shell. Yeah, there's going to be a few artillery shells. Oh, of course, and you're capped to one. You're capped to one slot. Artillery shell, artillery shell. Here's another one. Here's more. More again. Even more. You know, what would it be if I didn't break something the first 10 minutes in? You didn't get any, so that must be the end of our row. Alright, as you see, a tiny bit of steel is wandering its way out. That one, that one. You have an artillery shell. You have an artillery shell. You do. Really glad the smelters didn't try to auto smelt this stuff. Have some iron ore. You can also have iron ore. You do iron and you do iron. There we go. Clean up some inventory space. Artillery shell, artillery shell, artillery shell. That my auto trash is already full. You have one. You have one. Awesome. Yep, that's it. Okay. So, we've got iron and we've got copper into both of these, which is slowly running up here. And you guys would be outputting if you had plastic. So, I need a trash train. And an oil outpost. Or we just go get some oil. Alright. We're going to go for a quick ride on this train. We're going to get the outposting train, which should be that one. Yep, you're the one full of pump jacks. And get you to come down. Temporary envelopment. I'm sick of that. Passenger present. Okay, and yeah. Is there something wrong with my signaling, or we're just so flat out with the trains that we always end up slowing down? No, it looks fine. It's just always when we get to this intersection we seem to slow down. I don't like it. Okay, all of that went away. What else could go away? So I got more room in my inventory for more artillery shells, because, Yep. Alright, I've got all the belt that exists. I'm going to ride this train back down. To right. To there? You're being difficult. Game, you're being difficult. And we're still missing 5 of those. If I craft one and then trash slot them, maybe I'll wander inside the robot network and they'll get popped down for me. I've got no idea what they're going to be called. Random names, it looks like. Okay, if I get... give me a stack of them, stack of them, stack of them, stack of them, a stack of them. Clear all the trees. I thought I had a blueprint. No, I don't have the blueprint. Okay, no, I want to start with you, and then I want to start with that, and then I want to... maximum beacon coverage. signal substation in there as well. And we're going to copy that. And I'm going to get rid of that crap. And make sure the pump check goes the right color. Yeah. And I'm just going to walk around and paste these things everywhere. Everywhere we can see oil, we're going to paste this in. And any beacons that get missed or anything like that, we'll fix up after the fact. That works. I didn't really mean to blow it up. What did I use to blow it up? Yeah, there's oil there, and there's oil there. No, I don't care if there's a beacon in the way. And there's one there. Under all that crap. Okay. Grab more of them. String some power over here. Go away foliage. Okay. Do you still have coverage? No. Really? I'm still out of beacons? Okay. Solved, I hope. Oh, really? Done. Okay, so where else can we squeeze in beacons? We can obviously squeeze in one there. One there. Or if I move you down a tile, one there. That should do us. No, there's more oil. There. And get rid of that. Paste again. One. Okay. Oiled up. Alright. Pipes. There to there. Now this is, it doesn't matter what I do, this will not have the throughput I need. Honestly, I need to really go in and out of a train to get the throughput I need to run the builds at peak efficiency. The idea is we can plug this in really quickly, really easily to what we already have. It's local as well. And then I can work out after the fact, well, at a later stage, I can actually go off an outpost and make a couple of real oil stations, because we're going to need a few to keep this thing, this whole build up and running. We're going to need a few builds or a few outposts. That one could go to there, to there. Okay. So that's definitely a pipe. Now, obviously, this doesn't have any pumps on it, so the throughput's going to be highly limited. But if I get into the right sort of location, we should be able to hook this into this tank. Epic fail. Normal pipe right there. Yeah, it's going to have really low throughput by the time it gets all the way here, but it should pump, 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 and then it should share out evenly between everything. It does require that things back up. So it's going to require that this tank back up. Oh, I don't have water. Okay, more problems. Alright, we'll go fix up the oil. If I can get it built in time. So, that's one pipe from those guys. I need a second pipe. We're going to bring you up. Yep. Okay, we're going to bring straight pipe. You to you. To there, to there, to there. We're going to bring you across. I want to merge these two together. And then same story, just drag it across the map. Actually, whilst I'm here, what were you missing? Oh, nothing, actually. Everything's built. Lo and behold. Okay, so we're going to come across here and hook it into that pipe. Okay, so that's the second input. Alright, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pause for a minute and I'm going to go turn my robots off. Okay, which then means I should be able to cut all of that. No, because I need to place these back down. Okay, done. Bots can pick up all that crap. And then I can turn on my personal bots, blow up everything. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I need 8 offshore pumps. 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I know, things are going to depower. We don't really care. Turn on personal bots. Boom. More boom, more boom, more boom, and more boom. Then offshore pumps. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Actually, oh, don't, personal bots off. Stop blowing up stuff. You can't blow that up. It's already been blown up. Stop it. Okay. Now we put back the pumps. In all those locations. Okay. Now I can't put this underground here until I make landfill. I think I need to make landfill. One piece of landfill. Can we do better than that, please? Please? Or am I going to have to go back to base to get landfill? Yes, there was stone in there. Okay. There's stone right there. This train. Your goal is to go to here and wait for a passenger. And we'll just jump out part way. Yep. Let you go up there and turn around and come back for us. Meanwhile, we're just going to eat belts and belts and belts of stone. Okay, fine. I'll go stand over here. I have no idea how much landfill's in the base. I probably should have checked on that. But our train's back. Excellent. And you are going to stop here for us and wait for a passenger. And then I should be able to get off, like so, and eventually run back and jump in the train. Okay. So. Landfill. Personal rebels. Ouch. Can you stop blowing things up, please? Which now means I can put my pipe back. Awesome. Okay. Pipe. 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 And we have oil. Okay, so this one is full. This one is full. That one's not quite full. We are pumping. We have water. We have oil. We have output. Heavy merges up there. What's that? Light to... Okay, so light is only cracked from the top row, which is not hooked up, obviously, because I need to add water pumps to it. We're making petroleum, which is going through this pipe and that pipe. Why does this pipe have petroleum? Oh, it does for reasons. Why does this pipe have petroleum? Oh, it doesn't. It's a shadow. Okay. So you have petroleum, which is going to this tank, into that tank, that tank, that tank, that tank, that tank, all the way down here. And we'll start filling up backward. Okay. So the point is we have some iron and some copper coming into one of the outposts of many. We've got some oil coming into one of the many oil runs. I've now decided this being our first one, it's going to live right here. I don't really want to move it. It would take hours. Unless I go to creative mode, at which point it feels a little bit shitty. To move things over by tile and stuff, I don't mind. But to pick up this whole thing and move it somewhere else, it feels a little bit too much. Anyway, so we have some oil. I need to hook up more of this oil into more pipes to run them over and plug them into these two pumps, these two tanks. And I need to take what we've done here and duplicate it many, many, many times across all these different inlets. I need to make this one do coal, which means actually making a coal outpost, which I haven't done, obviously. With all that said and done, it means, if you've watched this far, thank you. It also means I'm going to put in a pause. We're going to go from daily episodes to probably every 2 or maybe every 3 days, just for a little while. So 1, I can do a whole bunch of expansion. 2, I can actually plan out some decent outposts to feed this thing. Because we're really at the point where we're going to start turning things on. Or are we going to do that? Okay, you have been warned we may put in a break. I'm not sure. I got 2 projects that I need to do where it comes to this base. 1 is outposting. 1 is a side project. We might go over the side project, then come and then put in a pause for the outposting. Either way, I'm going to leave it here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for listening into my rambles. Thank you for sticking around to watch me start to hook things up and promptly fill our steel smelter with artillery shells. And I will see you guys in the next episode. All right, bye.